influencer, creator, creator, influencer. Now, if you've been living under a rock, you wouldn't know what I was saying. But honestly, all of us know about what YouTubers and Instagrammers are doing, and they're really disrupting the content world. Now, I don't know whether I qualify as a content producer, creator, definitely not an influencer, but I like to make credible tech content for a living across multimedia. That's how Tech Today operates on TV, on digital, on social media, and even in print. But if Instagram is your forte, or just YouTube, is that enough to make the big bucks? More importantly, how do you make the big bucks? Is it the brands looking at creators or influencers? What's the difference between the two? That's what Tech Today's Lakshay Kumar is going to be investigating in the next segment. Over to you, Lakshay.
Thanks, Ayush. That's true that this is a raging debate, who is a content creator versus who is an influencer. We tend to use these terms interchangeably, but that does not mean that they are the same words. There are similarities, but there are also differences between the two.
I think it's your audience that decides whether you're an influencer. It's not you. For me, that's how I interpret this whole weighing in on social media content creator versus influencer.
So I would say that I have received as much love on my content as a creator and as an influencer.
So whether you are a content creator or whether you call yourself an influencer, you are influencing somebody or the other at every stage, I feel. Yeah. So it's a very fuzzy line, I can say, you know.
So you see, even for popular influencers, the lines between a creator and an influencer are so blurry, just like my background. Now this is because influencers often create content themselves, which leads to this confusion. So let me tell you some similarities between influencers and creators. Storytelling is one. Both weave stories, share experiences and create compelling narratives. Audience engagement and creating a loyal base of followers. And of course, personal branding using their unique personalities and style.
I definitely consider myself as a chef first and by default I became a content creator, and I hope to say that I am an influencer.
So it's clear that not every creator is an influencer, but every influencer is a creator first. That's how the journey usually begins. But once you become an influencer, the differences start to arise. You understand what your audience likes and doesn't like, so you focus more on what sells. You have a niche expertise. You start doing more brand promotions. You learn how to advertise a certain product to your audience so you can influence their purchasing decisions. And the influencer economy has grown leaps and bounds in the country. Here are some numbers for you. India's creator economy has exploded, especially after the pandemic, with creator growth exceeding 115%, and it's predicted to reach 1 million creators with 100,000 followers over the next 3 years. In fact, according to a 2022 EY report, 86% of influencers expected over 10% increase in their income over the next 2 years. The same report also states that 75% brands consider influencer marketing as part of their marketing strategy. In fact, influencers focus a lot on brand deals. It's how they make most of their profits.
Who doesn't want money, right? Hands up. I don't see any hands up. Well, I think there's a lot of effort that goes in, and yes, things should be monetized. I wish they could be monetized in a better way.
But that doesn't mean that they take on every deal. Most influencers have their own set of criteria and filters by which they select which brands to work with.
I have declined brand deals, just because I did not relate with it. I've used it in the past and I've not liked it. I don't want to stand for it. So I'll only associate with brands that me, my husband or my little one, because as a family unit, when I speak about these brands that are relatable to us, I'll only say yes to brand deals if I've been a user before, I've loved it, I've related to it, I've grown up with it. So many brands I've worked with literally have like a slice of my childhood in there,
I will not promote something that I personally probably don't believe in. So there will be a couple of brands that you'll end up saying no to, because either you don't like the product, so you don't want to promote it to other people also, or you don't believe in that particular product at all, so it could be that.
Knowing how to present content well, that is a big skill, and it's something that most content creators have championed the art of. They know storytelling much better than influencers. While they may not be subject matter experts, they have broad knowledge of their fields, be it skincare, fashion, lifestyle, or even technology. Content creators may have a lower following count than that of influencers, but that does not mean that they're not as influential.
So I think the audience relates more to a content creator because they are not actually doing anything that they are doing for likes and views. They are just creating some good content out there to help people in some way, or it's something funny or entertainment, or it could be tips and tricks or something or the other that people can probably use, you know.
So here's what we make of it. The lines between creators and influencers intersecting, not parallel. The world of content and the world of digital communication will continue to evolve, so too will the roles of creators and influencers. But what will remain constant is the power of reliable and authentic content.